Okay, so this is the alternator off the 73 Fury. I took it to AutoZone the other day to get it bench tested, and it failed. So I thought to myself, before purchasing another one, just take this one apart, because why not? And I found, I don't know how well you can see it in the camera, very rusty all over. So I'm going to try and spiffy it up real quick. I'm also going to try to help the contacts in here. Just going to go over it with a quick wire wheel. And if it works, cool. If not, then I had to get a new alternator anyway, so whatever. As you can see, I didn't detail them. Just went over them real quick to get the majority of that little surface rust off of them. So the alternator was working a little bit. It wasn't charging very well. Oh yeah, you can see I got a lot of the funk buildup off of there. Yeah, it wasn't working perfect because it didn't seem like it was charging the battery, but it was able to run probably way too much. It's alright. It was able to run with the battery connectors disconnected. I'm just putting this in here. I'll probably end up having to wipe a bunch of it out, but there's a little bearing down in here. Might as well grease it. Alright. Good old grease. So I'm going to slap this together, and then I'll be back in just a few after I go get it bench tested again. See if that made any difference. So my plan actually worked. My alternator's now good. I've taken the belts off because they were all about to fall apart. I'm going to be heading out of town again tomorrow for work, but I'm going to be getting a list put together. I'm going to get a new voltage regulator. a new starter sensor or starter, whatever it's called. Gonna have to get some more fuel hose. I'm also gonna have to, I'm working on getting a different radiator because the radiator is super busted. And while trying to take it off, I kind of, let's see if you can see it here. Yeah, right there. Twisted that off, so I'm going to have to reflare that. But I got the fuel tank finally in good condition. I'm also going to have to get a new battery cable and starter cable and another fused connection. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by the end of next week to have this actually running under its own power. So fingers crossed on that. We'll have to see, because even if I get it running, if I can't get a radiator, I'll only be able to run it for a minute. And I'm also not sure if the starter needs to be replaced yet. I may try to take that off, but that is going to be difficult because there's a bunch of supports and the exhaust and all that stuff is really bad in the way. So I shall report back, but the surgery that I did to the alternator actually worked. Now, will it always work? No. But thankfully, this time it did. So I look forward to getting a lot more into this next week. But as of today, that's about all that I'm good to do on it.